In terms of the analysis that we had done with regard to the externally applied field, our analysis actually went as follows. What we determined was, when we solved the equation that you see here, which we can do fairly quickly, our plus sign having been determined by the fact that the cosine gives us a 1 and not a minus 1, we solve for the current, and we find that it's proportional to minus the time derivative of the magnetic field. We had posited in our example an increasing magnetic field with respect to time, which means the current then is going to come out with dB dt being positive. This current is going to come out to be negative. We realized, in fact, that what that tells us is that the induced current, when we have an externally applied field that's increasing with time in this upward direction, the fact that I comes out negative simply means the current actually flows in the opposite direction around the circuit from what we had supposed. And we were able to demonstrate that fact is just that is in fact just a consequence of Lenz's law. Because if in fact the current were to flow in this positive direction, that would induce in my coil a magnetic field, which I will call B self, right? Following our standard formula, mu naught Ni. The key point, though, is that this self field, if the current were to flow in this particular direction, if you were to follow again your right-hand rule, curling your fingers around in this direction of the circulation of the current, your thumb points upward, indicating that if we had a current flowing in this direction, the self field from that current generated by the current itself would be upward. And then if I were to add that self field that's upward to the external field, which is upward, I would be getting, in essence, a free lunch. This increasing field would generate currents that actually further increase it, and I would be getting energy out of this system for free. We know that that can't happen. So this result that we find for the negative current, by being very careful and tracking all of our signs very carefully, is precisely consistent with the basic facts of Lenz's law.